The world is celebrating the life of one of the most transformative leaders of our time, Nelson Mandela, the activist and political prisoner who became South Africa's first black president, died last night at the age of 95.
South Africans of all races called him Madiba, a name that means reconciler. He led his country out of apartheid into an era of diversity and democracy with a simple message of peace.
Mandela was born in the village of Kunu in 1918, the son of a tribal chief. His mother gave him an African name that means troublemaker. He was a school teacher, though, who renamed him Nelson. Mandela moved to Johannesburg at the age of 23 and became one of the nation's first black lawyers. In the 1940s and 50s, he was committed to the cause of peacefully ending racial segregation.
But his convictions changed in 1960 following the massacre of 69 peaceful black protesters. For Mandela, violence became an answer, and just 2 years later, he was arrested and ultimately sentenced to life in prison.
He spent 27 years behind bars, most of them in an 8-foot square cell on Robben Island, but his spirit did not break. And over time, Mandela returned to a path of nonviolence, and he reached out to the apartheid government.
In 1990, when he was 71, Nelson Mandela won his freedom. He went on to share the Nobel Peace Prize and become president of South Africa. He became an inspiration to his country and to oppressed people around the world.
Mandela had been in poor health for many months, and he is being honored in headlines around the world this morning as a healer and conqueror of apartheid. And South Africa's citizens are praising the life of their late leader. Deborah Patta has covered Mandela for decades. She is in Johannesburg, outside the home where the former president died last night. Deborah, good morning.
Good morning. The sad task of informing the South African nation that Mandela had died fell to South Africa's most senior leader. It was around midnight South African time that President Jacob Zuma announced the news.
Our nation has lost its greatest son.
Nelson Mandela, he said, passed on peacefully in the company of his family.
He is now resting.
South Africans, black and white, young and old, rich and poor, flocked to his home in the suburbs of Johannesburg. Mourned equally by all, tears of both sadness and joy will be shed here today. The family, as yet unseen, was summoned urgently to say their final goodbyes last night to Mandela. Absent from his bedside, younger daughters Zinzi and Zinani. They were in London at the time, attending a premiere of a film about Mandela's life with Prince William and his wife Kate. Zinzi seemingly unaware of the news she would soon receive during the screening of the film.
He's fine, thank you. He's just old.
As international news bulletins carried the sad news, leading figures at home and across the world paid tribute. Archbishop Desmond Tutu in Cape Town.
We have lost our father.
The Dalai Lama in India.
We must translate that sadness, translate into determination. We must carry his spirit continuously.
UK Prime Minister David Cameron.
Tonight, one of the brightest lights of our world has gone out. Nelson Mandela was not just a hero of our time, but a hero of all time.
And still the tributes flowed from China, Japan, Burma, France and more. Prince William was among the first to express his sadness.
I just want to say it's obviously extremely sad and tragic news.
But as the world pays tribute, the story of his life is really being told here on the street outside his home. Flowers and messages of support are being dropped off here at the Mandela home. Inside, CBS News has been told that Mandela's wife, Graça Machel, despite looking devastated, is graceful under pressure. She sits in the family home, receiving a steady stream of dignitaries coming to pay their respects.